Good evening, welcome to the DBS Sport. We start off with news out of the national lotteries. Cricket West Indies, in conjunction with partner UNICEF Office of the Eastern Caribbean and National Lotteries Authority, hosted a child protection workshop in St. Lucia last Saturday, January 19th, for coaches in the National Lotteries Authority after-school program. Cricket West Indies Project Officer Junie Mitchum attended the workshop.
Today we are here to conduct a CWI UNICEF Child Protection Workshop for coaches who are involved in the lottery after-school sports program. This program, UNICEF Child Protection Program, is part of the Cricket West Indies Revamped Coaching Education Program as a prerequisite to entry into coaching education. CWI sees this workshop as very important as it seeks to develop coaches' knowledge of child protection, the abuses of children, and also to protect themselves as coaches from various forms of accusation in terms of child molestation. So we are here, we're looking forward to this workshop, and we're supposed to have at least 45 participants, which is a huge number, and so we are all excited about this workshop and the level of participation.
Our cameras also caught up with Wim Benty of the National Lotteries After School program.
We believe that each of our coaches and mentors need to go through the process because it's very important that we're dealing with young persons and they just need to know how to deal with them on a day-to-day basis and learn ways and means to go through their coaching and their life skills program to make it a better one.
Okay, about how many coaches are we talking about, and how many schools are part of the after schools program?
Well, for a starting point, we have 8 schools from around St. Lucia going through the program. So we have Grosile, we have Laguerre, Vide-Bouteille, Marchand, Millet, Dennery, Peru, Vieux-Fort, Reunion, and Etang. And some of the coaches have gone through the program already, so we're just re-educating the new ones that are present. Oh, and I forgot to mention Deriso is part of the program as well.
Facilitating the workshop was Mistress Gemma Azil Lewis, Coordinator, Child Abuse Prevention, Unit Ministry of Health and Social Services from the Commonwealth of Dominica. Some of the topics covered were understanding child abuse, understanding types of child abuse, recognizing child abuse, the do's and don'ts, and child protection, and you. In football, the St. Lucia Football Association Inc. concluded its CONCACAF goalkeeping course on Sunday, January 20th. This Level 1 course commenced last Friday and ran from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily with theoretical and practicals. The sessions encompassed fundamentals, methodology, psychology, and communication. A record 29 participants attended, with the course conducted by CONCACAF instructor Mr. Klein Plummer, with oversight by Seth Pord, who is the Assistant General Secretary. Technical. In local cricket, at the conclusion of the Alicia John Women Domestic League last year, the St. Lucia National Cricket Association saw the emergence of the inaugural Windward Islands Women Cricket Tournament, with Nerissa Crafton and Kiana Joseph retaining their selection and 14-year-old Zeta James selected as a reserve. The legacy of the women's standalone ICC World T20 began with the implementation of an under-17 school district tournament, which was held prior to the World T20 event. Thereafter, an elite women's cricket program with the support from the National Lotteries Authority commenced last year and will recommence this weekend, with both theoretical and practical components on the program being facilitated by some of our local coaches and administrators. The St. Lucia National Cricket Association's Women Domestic League bowls off on February 2nd, 2019, with 2 under-17 female development teams, North and South, confirmed to participate in the St. Lucia National Cricket Association's Alicia John Women's Domestic League, along with Grosley, Choiseul, South Castries, and Labrie. The next few weeks will be characterized by intensive national training in preparation for the Windward Islands Women's Cricket Tournament, which is dated March 7th to 14th in Dominica, and the Cricket West Indies Regional Women Tournament, proposed to be hosted by Barbados Cricket Association in late March to April 2019. The coaching session this weekend is expected to be held at the Mindu Phillip Park. Still news out of the National Cricket Association. The National Lottery's St. Lucia National Cricket Association Elite Ladies Cricket Program recommences this weekend at the Mindu Phillip Park from 9 a.m. A squad of 40 ladies comprising females who participated in the Under-17 District Female Schools competition, along with selected senior women cricketers, will continue practical and theoretical work under the guidance of the local cricket coaches of the St. Lucia National Cricket Association. Players from the program are expected to participate in the local association's domestic female competitions as two separate teams, as well as representing their local district teams. The local competition gets underway on February 2nd in 2 groups. In the region, we'll have centuries from Chadwick Walton and Brandon King, and a mature low-order unbeaten knock from Kenroy Williams spurred the Jamaica Scorpions to a 4-wicket win over the Windward Island Volcanoes on Sunday at the Grenada National Stadium, needing 211 to secure their first win in what was so far been an abject season for the Jamaican outfit. Walton scored a patient 79 that helped lay the foundation for their winning effort. Williams, who made an unbeaten 36, and Aldin Thomas 3 eased the Scorpions to victory. Part-time off-spinner Tyrone Theophil ended with 4 for 44. St. Lucia's Larry Edwards also picked up 4 wickets in the first innings of the Scorpions. The scores: the Windward Islands 285 and 198, the Scorpions 278, 272 and 212 for 6. We take a break. When we return, more sports news in action. Thank you for staying tuned. Well, former West Indies all-rounder Vasbert Drakes, Ishan Crandon and Toby Radford have been named as assistant to head coach Richard Pybus for the England tour that begins on Wednesday at the Kensington Oval in Barbados. Meanwhile, Crandon, who guided Guyana to the last 4 consecutive regional 4-day titles, is relishing doing what he loves at the highest level. Radford has served as an assistant coach for the 2012 Windies men's team during the ICC World T20 competition and is a former head coach of the West Indies High Performance Centre. He joins his Caribbean colleagues along with former Pakistan legend Mustaq Ahmed, who will continue in his role as spin bowling consultant. The test squad reached Jason Holder, the captain, Craig Brathwaite, Darren Bravo, Shama Brooks, John Campbell, Roston Chase, Shane Dowich, Shannon Gabriel, Sherman Hetmeyer, Shai Hope, Alzari Joseph, Kemar Roach and Jomel Warwican. O'Shane Thomas has been called up as cover for Joseph. The management team is comprised of Roy Lewis as the team manager, Richard Pybus the head coach, Kevin Williams the physiotherapist, Vasbert Drakes the assistant coach, Ethan Crandon assistant coach, Toby Radford assistant coach, Zeph Nicholas the massage therapist, Mustaq Ahmed spin bowling consultant, Philip Spooner the media manager and Dexter Augustus the analyst. The second test is to be played at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua from January 31st to February 4th, with a third test set for the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground right here in St. Lucia from February 9th to 13th. Sprint great Usain Bolt said on Monday the current generation of Jamaican athletes had it too easy and that they were not working hard enough to get to the highest level. The 8-time Olympic champion's last competitive meet was in 2017 World Championships in London, where Jamaica managed just 1 gold and 3 bronze medals, including Bolt's 3rd place in the 100 meters. Bolt, who still holds the 100 meters and 200 meters world records, said Jamaica had a deep talent pool, but with athletes being handed lucrative contracts as soon as they left high school, there was a doubt about motivation. Bolt also signaled that his hopes of playing soccer professionally were at an end. The 32-year-old was unable to agree a contract with Australian side Central Coast Mariners late last year after a trial. Bolt, who won Olympic sprint gold medals in Beijing, London and Rio, said his focus now was on his business endeavors. In tennis, while a TFL Petra Kvitova says she did not expect to be playing with the best again after reaching her first Grand Slam semi-final since being stabbed in a knife attack. The Czech 28 won 6-1, 6-4 against home favourite Ashley Barty at the Australian Open. The 6th seed suffered a serious hand injury when attacked in her home in December 2016. The two-time Wimbledon champion, who has not reached a major semi-final since winning the SW19 title in 2014, overpowered the smaller Barty in a 27-minute first set. Barty, 22, provided resistance in the second, Kvitova saving 2 break points before taking the last 3 games. She will play unseeded Danielle Collins in the last 4 on Thursday after the American beat Russia's Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova 2-6, 7-5, 6-1 to reach her first major semi-final. And finally, while in news on men's action, second seed Rafael Nadal eased past unseeded American Frances Tiafoe to reach the Australian Open semi-finals and continue his bid to win all 4 Grand Slams for a second time. The 32-year-old Spaniard cracked 29 winners in a 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 victory. Nadal broke 21-year-old Tiafoe in each of his first service games of the set. The 17-time Grand Slam champion will now play Stefanos Tsitsipas in the last 4 after the 20-year-old Greek beat Spain's Roberto Bautista Agut. Now to our thought to take you through the night. It's funny how sometimes the people you would take the heat for are the ones behind the fire. The DBS News continues. Please stay tuned.